Hi guys, I'm Chef Jesse McQuarrie of Feast Catering, and over the past 10 years my staff and I have had the pleasure of working with Alpha Omega for many of their wine club events. And today I am going to show you how to make Ratatouille. This dish was selected by Alpha Omega Master Sommelier Bob Bath to pair with Alpha Omega Merlot Napa Valley 2017. I love Ratatouille. It's a simple, healthy dish that contains ingredients that you can easily get at your local grocery store, or you may have even grown in your own garden. Eggplant, peppers, summer squash, onions, fresh garlic, and vine-ripe tomatoes. No ratatouille would be complete without eggplant. I'm going to show you how to cut the eggplant, and then we are going to toss it in a little bit of salt and let it sit for about 20 minutes. The reason for this is because the salt draws out extra moisture and bitterness from the eggplant. So you want to start off by squaring off the eggplant by cutting off the bottom and the top. Okay, and you just, or you can set it on the board like this and it's easier for you. Make one slice on the side of the eggplant and then put the flat side down on the cutting board. This will alleviate you from cutting your fingers. Then you're going to make 1-inch slices vertically and then cut it into approximate 1-inch cubes. Once you've cut the whole eggplant, you're going to put it into a colander and sprinkle it with salt. Give that a little toss. Then you're going to let it sit for about 20 minutes. Open a bottle of Alpha Omega Merlot. Next up, onions and garlic. I've got some rough chopped onions. So cut off the little rough tip off the head of the bulb of the garlic, and this is the fun part. Be very careful. Take the butt of your knife, put the garlic down on the table, and simply smash it. What you will get is nice, beautiful smashed garlic, and then it's just a once over with your knife. Beautiful chopped garlic. Okay, after chopping all of your vegetables, what we're going to do next is we're going to brown the eggplant. This gives the eggplant a nice caramelized flavor and really develops the ratatouille. Okay. I suggest setting the pot over your heat while you're cutting your vegetables. That way when you go to start cooking, you've developed a nice hot pot to cook in. Okay. Don't be shy with the olive oil. Put just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, about 1/8 of an inch. Next. Eggplant. You'll know the temperature is good enough when you hear that nice sizzle. Very crucial. One thing that home cooks do a lot that is a big no-no in the chef world is to agitate your vegetables when you throw them into a hot pot. The best thing to do is vegetables in, hot oil, and just let them sit for a good 1.5, 2 minutes. That lets the vegetables caramelize on one side, develop that beautiful flavor, and let the olive oil absorb into the eggplant. All right, we've had the eggplant in for a good 2 or 3 minutes. It's nice and caramelized and brown on the bottom. And now I'm going to stir it. And I'm going to let them cook on the other side after stirring them for another 2 or 3 minutes until they're brown all over. Okay, now that our eggplant is nice and brown on all sides, we're actually going to take it out of the pot. Kind of shake it loose. It's nice and hot. We're going to add a little more olive oil, a little less than last time, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And we are going to add our onions and garlic. Stir the onions and garlic. Collecting some of the bits that were left on the bottom of the pot from the eggplant, kind of scraping those into the onions. Adds a lot of flavor. We're going to add our next vegetable, which are these beautiful sweet peppers. I've cut them in just kind of fun oblong shapes. You can see here. We're going to add these to our stewed onions and garlic at this point. We're going to add a fresh bay leaf, a little bit of red pepper flakes. Then we're going to add our diced summer squash. Okay. From this point on, we're just going to kind of let it stew for another 10 minutes until the summer squash gets soft but not overly cooked. I like it a little bit al dente. I'm going to throw a few fresh sprigs of thyme into the pot. I don't want to add the seed and too much water from the tomato into this and kind of water out the ratatouille. I want it to be kind of a cohesive, tight, thick, flavorful dish at the end. So I'm going to show you how to cut tomatoes in a way that you don't have to have all the seed and water. So what I've done is I've cut the end off of both sides, okay? And then I make an incision like this. You can see that. And I literally run my knife around the inside of the tomato. Okay. And now I'm left with all of the seed and all of the water from the tomato. Okay, it's a quick, easy way to seed tomatoes. And what you're left with is the beautiful flesh of the tomato with very little seed. Another thing I love about ratatouille is you don't have to be a fancy chef with amazing knife skills to make this dish. As long as the vegetables are basically the same size, you're in good shape. Oh, it looks gorgeous. I'll sip of wine really quick. And then the piece de resistance, the tomatoes. The acid from the tomatoes balances really well with the fruit-forward, jammy qualities of the wine. Everything is looking beautiful, vibrant, fresh, delicious. We've cooked the vegetables in stages, which has kept the integrity of the vegetables. They're bright, clean. You can taste every vegetable individually this way, and I think it just really makes it shine, and the end result with the wine is spectacular, as you will see after you make it. I'm going to add in my eggplant. The last finishing trick is fresh basil. I don't like to overcut the basil because it loses its integrity, and I like the big, bold flavors kind of interspersed throughout this ratatouille. It's rustic, it's chunky. Really good. Excellent. Bob did a great job pairing this. Ratatouille.